Hello, I'm Ryan F9 and this is my top 5 gear for staying cool in hot weather. First up is the Zan Headgear Cotton 3-in-1 Bandana. That's a long name for a simple piece of fabric, but the only part we care about is cotton. See, it's important that this is 100% natural cotton fiber because that means that it absorbs a lot of water and it breathes very well. So, the absolute best thing you can do to beat the heat is going to be to soak this bandana in cold water and wrap it around your neck. As the wind starts to breathe through the bandana, all that water is going to evaporate. And to borrow a word from Bill Nye, evaporation is an endothermic process, meaning that it draws heat away from my neck, and voila, I cool down. The reason I put the bandana around my neck is that the carotid arteries and the jugular veins are all there. I mean, these are some of the largest blood-flowing vessels in the entire body. And the more blood I can draw heat away from, the cooler I'll feel. So, science lesson over, we go back to the gear. This Zan 3-in-1 bandana is fine. I mean, I could have ripped up an old cotton shirt and got the same effect, but I guess this is more stylish. The whole 3-in-1 thing is kinda stupid, by the way. Zan means to say that you can use this bandana as maybe a headband, as a face mask, and a skull cap. But I mean, by that logic, I might as well use it as a napkin and a blanket for my guinea pig and just call it a 5-in-1 bandana. But hey, I mean, at least it isn't expensive. For less than 10 bucks, you can't get more cooling action. The second biggest thing you can do to beat the heat is hydration. Remember that endothermic thing the bandana did? Well, my body does it everywhere all the time. It's called sweating, and all I have to do is make sure that I keep drinking. Ergo, we have the Thor Vapor Hydration Pack. I mean, there are a lot of options out there for hydro packs, but this one is my favorite. For one, it costs 75 bucks, which seems really reasonable. And for two, it's extremely slim. That means you can fit the vapor underneath your motorcycle jacket and get it right against your back. Now when you do that, this little mesh backing here is actually going to let you feel the coolness of the water against your skin. The effect is most pronounced if you fill this 2-liter bladder in here with cold water. Even better would be to actually put ice cubes in it like I do. The manufacturer says no to that one, but I mean, I've always done it and I haven't sprung a leak yet. Running the stats on the Vapor, we have a 600 denier polyester construction in the cement and orange colorway. Black and blue are going to be color options as well. There are 2 accessory pockets on this pack, one at the bottom rear, which could hold a credit card, and one on the waist flap that can hold maybe a car key at best. The bladder is BPA free, so you won't be drinking in the cancer, and the tube is enclosed in a neoprene sleeve to prevent kinking. Now, the valve itself is a bite valve, so there's no need to open or close it with your hands, which is perfect for motorcycling. I'm going to end with a pro tip. When you come back from a ride, grab a piece of wire and coil it up, making sure that the ends aren't sharp, and then stick it down into this bladder. That just holds the plastic open while it dries so you don't grow mold in there. If you've done it wrong, you'll know because the water starts to taste really nasty. Now, the third best way to stay cool is going to be to get technical. There are a few specially made cooling shirts out there, and this Cool It tee from Liat is one of them. This is made from a material called Hypercool. It's spelled K-E-W-L for some annoying reason, but anyway, it's made to absorb, store, and release water over time, up to 300% better than that cotton bandana we saw earlier. So you already know how this is gonna end. I'm going to say that endothermic word again, and I'm gonna tell you to soak this thing in cold water for 2 minutes before you put it on. As you ride, the water in here is gonna evaporate in the wind and you cool down. The clever thing about the Cool It is that it's designed to hold water until it evaporates. So it's not gonna waste cold water, but is dripping it off like our beloved bandana did. In that sense, it's more efficient. It can result in a temperature decrease of around 10 degrees Celsius for up to 6 hours, depending on the riding conditions. Of course, that level of sophistication does come with a more sophisticated price tag. 120 bucks for this one, and then $90 if you just want the vest version. Fitment-wise, I'm 6'3", 175 pounds, and I chose this size large. It's actually super comfortable. I mean, there's loads of stretch fabric everywhere you see this goofy looking pattern. There's this full-length zipper as well, makes it really easy to put the shirt on and off. I do think that it makes me look like a total dork, but then again, I mean, I'm supposed to wear it underneath all my other gear anyway. The fourth best way to stay cool is sunglasses. No, I haven't confused looking cool with staying cool. These things actually do help to beat the heat, and here's why. Much of one's body heat is expelled through the head. The problem for motorcyclists is that a helmet like this one tends to lock in the warmth. And you can get around the problem by riding with the face shield open, and then using your sunglasses to keep your eyes safe from wind, dust, hornets, and that kind of thing. These are the Bobster Rukus Photochromic sunglasses, and I chose them for a few reasons. 1, the frames are lined with foam, and so that creates a really good seal against your head, and it protects your eyes from all the elements. 2, They can take prescription lenses, if need be. And 3, they change tint, getting darker as the sunlight gets brighter. That last one is a really big deal for motorcyclists. See, I often ride out in the bright morning and then I come back at night. And with these guys, they have the tint range to cover both situations. And they can actually go from 83% visible light transmitted all the way down to 28%, which is a range that's on par with some of the best, most premium photochromic lenses out there. Thickness-wise, these glasses are 13 centimeters from temple to temple, and they're pretty thin as well. I was able to wear them inside this Bell Qualifier full face without any real problems. And inside the box, you're going to get a semi-rigid carrying case, which has a zipper closure. Inside that, the glasses themselves, obviously, and then there's a microfiber cleaning cloth too. Now, the fact that Bobster was able to do a pretty good photochromic sunglass with great optical quality and a few add-ons as well, all for $70, well, that's pretty remarkable in my opinion. And finally, the 5th best piece of gear for beating the heat is something that you already own. Ice cubes. When I'm going for a hot ride, I will fill my pockets with these little guys. Pants pockets, jacket pockets, whatever. As long as I don't have my cell phone in it, I'm gonna chuck an ice cube in there. Obviously, ice cubes are cold, and when they melt, they make water. And when water evaporates, yes, you guessed it, endothermic reaction, meaning heat is drawn away from my body and I cool down. It really works, and as long as your ride is longer than an hour or so, you'll dry off by the time you get there. So that's my top 5 ways to beat the heat. Thank you guys very much for watching.